Welcome back everyone to Formula 1 2021 and welcome to your preview for the 2021 British Grand Prix. It's been one awesome ride so far this season, 9 races down and an awful lot more to go. We've sadly going to miss out on Australia later on in the season. That's been cancelled due to the ongoing pandemic on the 21st of November, but all eyes this weekend. Of course, round number 10, the British Grand Prix, only 2 more races until the summer break, Spa, and then the Orange Army will be back on the 5th of September for the Dutch Grand Prix. It's been a great season for Max Verstappen so far, but last time at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, it was Lewis Hamilton pole position for the British driver and victory on 3 wheels. We had the 70th anniversary Grand Prix a week later in which Max Verstappen took victory, but at Britain for the British Grand Prix, Hamilton was first, Verstappen second, Charles Leclerc P3. My driver of the day, Daniel Ricciardo for Renault in P4. Last time out in 2021, sadly I was away, so thank you for all being patient. I did miss that one, but it was a pretty good race, wasn't it? Max Verstappen pole position, Norris on the front row. What an effort from Lando and George Russell making it through to Q3, but come race day, Verstappen his first career Grand Slam, Bottas his best result of the season in second, Norris podium again, his third of the season, Hamilton 4th, Carlos Sainz P5, Verstappen my driver of the day, and it's Super Max who continues to lead the way in the drivers' standings. 32 points in front of Lewis Hamilton, and even with our brand new point system for this weekend, Hamilton is unable to catch Verstappen this time out. Perez is third, Norris continues his great season in 4th, comfortably in front of Valtteri Bottas. Leclerc is in front of Sainz, the 2 Ferrari boys super close on 62 and 60 points. Ricciardo continues his up and down season in 8th, Gasly is 9th and Sebastian Vettel P10. It's the 2 Alpines close to the top half, but not quite. Alonso in 11th, Ocon in 13th, with Lance Stroll in between them. Rookie Yuki Tsunoda is our lead rookie so far in 2021 and most likely will remain that way in the AlphaTauri. He's on 9 points in 14. It's 1 apiece for the 2 Alfa Romeos. Raikkonen ahead of Gio, Russell, Schumacher, Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi all yet to score. And in the Constructors, Red Bull are looking cosy at the moment in time. Verstappen and Perez's efforts putting them at the top of the pile. Can Mercedes close in on home turf this weekend? McLaren are in front of Ferrari. AlphaTauri are a surprise package in 5th in front of Aston Martin and Alpine. Alfa Romeo have 2, and just like in the drivers, Williams and Haas both yet to score. So then, Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix. It's one of my favourites. It's one of all of our favourites. What a track it is. And though we've got the C1, the C2 and the C3 tyres in effect this weekend, it's all changed. 1 mandatory pit stop required in the race, but not in sprint qualifying. More on that a little bit later on. But looking at our track statistics presented from Pirelli, it's a bit all over the place, this one, and it's why we love it. Overtaking is possible, racing is possible, and something every driver found out last year, and as we can see from Pirelli statistics, with traction of 3, asphalt grip abrasion of 3, but lateral tyre stress and downforce strategy is king. 1 stops, they're possible, but if you're Hamilton and Bottas from last season, not very friendly. And to make things just that little bit spicier, temperatures look baking, boiling for us here in the UK, more than normal, I can tell you that much. But for more on our circuit, let's take a look on our extra hot lap for this weekend's British Grand Prix. Welcome everyone to your hot lap for the Formula 1 2021 British Grand Prix. We're back in Silverstone. I love Silverstone. We all love Silverstone. What a track. One of the best on our 2021 calendar. And through turn 3 and towards turn 4, sector 1 is nice and wide. Yes, there is opportunity for overtaking, but as we charge towards this slight left-hand kink of turn 5 and onto Brooklands, the Wellington Straight, you can already see opportunities for overtaking is much more common than on your normal circuit. Into sector 2 through turn 6 and now turn 7 at Luffield, making sure we keep nice to the inside and drift out wide as we go charging towards Copse, one of the best circuits on the calendar. If you want to cut the corner like I did, you're going to have to be brave, but those who are really brave will go flat out through Copse corner, turn 9, now towards one of the trickiest complexes on the circuit, Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. The second DRS detection zone is right at the beginning of this sequence of corners, and now we go through Chapel, through the kink of turn 14, up the hill towards sector 3, DRS in effect, the speed trap at the top of the hill. Not many corners to go now, only 4 as we go through the long right-hander of Stowe Corner. You can dip a tyre slightly wide if you like, but I imagine track limits will be looked at over the course of weekend. Through Club and charging towards the line, one more corner to go of turn 18, and that is your lap for the British Grand Prix. This weekend's British Grand Prix will go down in history as one of the first ever weekends to hold 2 races in Formula 1. Saturday we have our sprint race, Sunday our real Grand Prix, and tomorrow evening on Friday we've got quali, a jam-packed weekend, and so the newsroom has been replaced this weekend with a little bit of an explainer. Nothing too in-depth because some great creators have put out some far more complex things for you guys, so go and check out the race, the F1 word, and multiple other creators on that one. But a brief overview of this weekend, your times, more importantly your schedule, so screenshot if you like, it won't be at the end of today's video. Tomorrow practice is in the middle of the day, 2:30 in UK time, the only practice session before qualifying. A fantastic idea and should give us a nice mixed up grid. Quali 6 o'clock in the evening for British time. On Saturday, practice 2, our final practice before our first race of the weekend, sprint qualifying, a 1-hour mini race to determine our grid for Sunday. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm still not 100% sold that it's going to be fun, but hey, let's give it a go. Let's see what Formula 1 can give us. Fingers crossed it's an absolute barnstormer. And on Sunday, your Grand Prix will see lights out at 3 o'clock UK time. Your weather, I mentioned it early on, and I know a lot of you are going to moan at me saying these temperatures are nothing, Dan, what are you on about? But here in the UK, this is boiling. 25, 27, 27 across the weekend with almost no chance of rain. This should give us plenty of strategy intrigue, and again, hopefully, should give us a 2-stop race on Sunday. Saturday, no pit stops required, but maybe if it's this hot, we could see 1 or 2 from some of those guys at the back trying to spring a surprise through sprint qualifying. So then, with your bizarre newsroom out of the way, let's move over to my favourite part of the weekend. It's been a while since we've done this. It's prediction time for the 2021 British Grand Prix. It's true, I've not done this for a while, but something that I don't normally get accused of is British bias. And because we're at the British Grand Prix, I want to continue that. So, no British bias going into this one. In qualifying, I've gone with Hamilton, Verstappen and Norris. And in the race, I have put Lewis Hamilton to be victorious, Norris second, George Russell, wow, to be third, Vettel and Stroll. It's all British drivers and British cars in the top 5. Unbelievable. But in the comment section down below, I want to know your predictions for this weekend. Starting off with qualifying, who will be on pole, the front row, and the biggest shock, George Russell, another Q3. Hey, I've predicted him a podium. And in the race, who will be victorious? Who will be on that pesky podium? The first DNF, the best overtake. It's got to be through Copse, surely. And who will be the driver of the day? Before we go, Fantasy League time. I'm keeping things the same. It's been working so well for me. Supermax, Superlando, Pierre, Checo Perez and George Russell. I'm in 63rd position out of almost 2,000 of you, so if you've not yet joined, feel free to do so with the code on screen. I've got something really fun coming up over the next few weeks in Fantasy League, so keep your eyes peeled over the course of the summer break. But that's it from me. That is your British Grand Prix preview. I'm going to the race this weekend, people. I'm nervous. It's going to be a full crowd, should be awesome, but we're going to have to wait and see. Sprint quali, hopefully lives up to the hype, but being at the race, I won't be able to do a practice report or quali, but race review will be back on Monday to hopefully talk about the best race of the 2021 season and hopefully talk about a great sprint qualifying. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Thank you all very much for being awesome over the last few weeks, and I'll see you on Monday for your race review. I'll see you all in the next one.